Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I want to address some recent YouTube drama. I wasn't going to address it, but I had a lot of people in my inbox today saying, oh my gosh, are you going to make a video? Please respond. And I got enough people that have been asking me, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And also, I was checking my DMs earlier, and I noticed that I had a message from this one girl, and she said, I know Demark Carter since, and she wanted me to cut out the year because she said that would be too telling sharing the year. But she said he was in prison with a few people I know. Demark also stole money from a girl's parents' safe in Lawrence, Kansas, and then he put it on the girl. He and another guy, Joseph Gilmore, would run scams on females. Joseph, aka Mickey, currently locked up. He's currently married to 2 different females, and he told one he and his first wife were annulled, but with him in prison, it didn't make it that far, and he remarried again. It kind of sounds like Maurice right there. She doesn't know Demark. Demark and this guy also had a thing together. For my safety, please don't disclose my name or gram to anyone because yes, both are aggressive offenders. If you go to the CASHAPP.com, you can type in this dude's name or Demark's and you'll see the charges and so on. For the state of Kansas, where they were in jail, he was also in Florida in a lot of trouble too, and moved back to Texas and started working a 9 to 5. But that didn't last long. He does gamble baccarat or however the hell you say it. That's his game, but that's legal, and he's actually good at it. He's also a rapper, Canvas. I also thought it was interesting when I looked up Demark's trucking company that this is the address in Florida that came up, which appears to be a home. And I mean, some people run businesses out of home. On April 28th of 2021, Demark's business was approved for its first round of PPP loans, and he received over $19,222. Well, I looked up that business, and it shows that he filed for that business just 13 days before getting approved for that PPP loan. He had himself and this girl listed under company contacts for this business. And I also thought it was interesting that he filed for this business on April 15th, got the PPP loans a few weeks later, and then just 4 months later, his LLC was considered inactive for voluntary dissolution. So after I made my last video exposing Demark, after I had a few sources come forward to me, I thought it was interesting because one of the sources revealed that after Demark allegedly robbed her, he started sending pictures trying to blackmail her, to silence her, and intimidate her. And that is the exact same thing he was trying to do to me after my video came out. He slid my DMs. He didn't deny anything I had to say. He just sent pictures of me on OF, and he said, please don't play with me. Since you want to try to expose something, we can. And everyone who comes to me about the blog, I'm responding with sending them these pictures of you, Miss Backpage. And then he tried to do an interview and try to claim they were Backpage pictures, even though they're OF pictures. But, I'll clock my own teeth for those of you guys who don't know. I used to promote this on Instagram. Back in the day when I used to have an OF, I deleted it like a year and a half ago. But let this be a warning for the girls on OF. Like, you gotta know, when you put stuff on the internet, it is forever. Because here I am, I've been done with it for over a year and a half, and it still comes back and people post it. I got out. I didn't want to do it no more. I didn't want that to be what I was known for. I decided to start selling lashes instead. But I wish I had an OF almost right now because I'm getting all this free promo from him. But he also has an OF too. I just think it's telling that Demark hasn't sent me anything but threats after my last video on him. He hasn't tried to send anything to prove anything wrong whatsoever. And the receipts that I have seen, they are damning and they are bad. I wouldn't be writing so hard for this and reporting those kind of things unless I have seen direct evidence. There's more than just text messages, pictures, videos. I didn't even touch on half of the stuff that was told to me because I only spoke on stuff that I had direct evidence on. But my source wanted to stay anonymous. I'm going to completely respect that. And Demark ended up coming out and doing an interview where he was attacking me, saying, oh my gosh, she's a former meth user. How can you guys believe anything she has to say? Well, you know what? Yeah, I was a junkie. I was a heroin user for over 10 years. I'm sober now. I've been sober over 4 years now. But hey, if we are just discrediting anybody just because they're a former drug user, then you're discrediting a lot of people's opinions. Because a lot of my followers are people who are in recovery or people who are still even currently struggling at this time. I don't give a damn what Demark thinks about me. I'm used to it by now. I was just responding because a few people had asked about it. But I was a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. In a content creator who I thought was my friend because they used to call me all the time or would keep me on the phone for hours on a time. And I don't mind talking on the phone with people, but literally it would get to the point where I would sit there and have to say 20, 30 different times, I have to get off the phone. I have to get off the phone. I got stuff to do. I'm a busy person. And literally it'd be so bad. Like they would keep talking and keep talking. It'd be so hard to get off the phone sometimes. I would just have to hang up and pretend that my phone died sometimes because it was like that bad. But you know, they were always like, hey, you know, I appreciate you helping me with my channel. I always support you. I always got your back. And this, I didn't ask for any of this. They would call me and say all these things all the time. I'm like, okay, I got your back too. And the thing is, it was a little disappointing when Demark comes up on their platform and wants to say I'm a colorist and I must not like black people because I made this video on him. And they just sit there and agree with it. It makes me feel dumb because I was literally just defending this person last week to 3 different people that I can at least think of who were dragging him after his interview he had with Deontay. And I get it. People can't control what other people say on your platform. I get it. But at the same time, if someone is going to say, oh, she's a colorist and you know that's not true and you don't check them, then you're fake as hell. You are fake as hell. That's just fake and messy as hell. I would have never did something like that with that person if that would have happened on my platform. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I guarantee you there would have been 10 Instagram lives on me, even though they pretty much already have. I want to give a special shout out to Auntie's Advice. Check out her channel if you guys aren't already subscribed. She covers Loveafterlockup, 90 Day Fiance, and she's a straight shooter. She tells it how it is, and she knows how to make even the most boring show, she'll make her recaps entertaining as hell. She posted a video yesterday, and at first it's like a premiere where the video is going to be coming up in an hour, and I saw the thumbnail and the title. I'm like, oh my god, Auntie's Advice is about to read me, and I value her opinion, so I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared, but I was really happy when I saw her video because she came out to defend me, and she didn't have to do all that. She's like, you know what, what's right is right. And I'm not going to let these people sit up and try to say she's a colorist because I know from talking from her behind the scenes and from what I've seen that she indeed is not. So I want to give a special shout out to her, all the people in her comments who are supporting me, and of course all my subscribers who support me and who have my back. I really appreciate it, and it means more to me than you guys will ever know. I wasn't shocked when Demark was saying all that stuff though about me in the interview because I used to do debate for years, and when people start attacking your character, it's for a few reasons. Sometimes it's like a way to divert attention away from the actual arguments being made, and other times it's just a result because they're so frustrated because they feel like they have a lack of effective communication skills, or they feel like they're not winning the debate, so it is their last strategy for them to try to win over the eyes of the audience. So here, you know, he didn't really have much of an argument, so let me just sit here and discredit her as much as possible so maybe I can try to look better at the end of the day. I am an equal opportunist. Nobody's safe. If you do something effed up and I find out about it, I'm gonna expose it. That should probably be my channel slogan, actually, but it's only fair if I'm gonna expose Quaylen when Chevelle claimed he put hands on her, that I expose the next person when they do it too. It's only fair. But that's it for this video, guys. This is probably gonna be the one and only time I addressed all this. I just know there is some confusion because people are like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Because they heard some other content creators talking about things. I don't want to make my page about talking about other bloggers. It just can get messy quick, and I don't want people to feel like they have to choose sides or anything like that. Like, you are welcome to support who you want. I'm not going to tell you who and who not to watch. I'm just going to tell you how I felt about what happened to me, and people wanted some clarification on some things. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.